When you're blue and kinda lonely too, you'll find a smile will go a long, long way. Though you're down, don't sit around and frown. A little smile will go a long, long way. Never grieve, just try to make believe the sky is blue, although you know it's gray. Don't you find it's just a waste of time? You'll find a smile will go a long, long way.
Welcome to another edition of Ron and Jen's Great Estate Gape. It's episode 51. Wow, 51. And it's our not opportunity. I guess it's an opportunity too. It's our effort to turn your news frown upside down, put a little smile on things. You know, not rose-colored glasses. I mean, but just an open and honest exchange of ideas.
That's right.
In a civil way.
In a civil way. And today we have a special guest.
Yeah, we do. We have we never named this thing.
We never named this guy?
No, because it's too creepy.
He is. It's his feet, I think, and we have feet issues. I'm not a feet person.
It's the porcelain monkey. So that's all I can say. And
yes, it is.
Even Nana is frightened.
Look where Nana is.
Of this thing.
Yes.
Well, anyway.
Yeah.
In the news.
Yes, what's in the news,
Yet
my
another
dear?
candidate, another Democratic candidate for governor here in the Ocean State.
Really?
Yes. Former CVS executive Helena Foulkes has jumped into the crowded Democratic race for Rhode Island governor. Not a household name, but certainly listen to this.
I like these kind of people, though. Not a household name. That's good.
Yeah, and not a lifetime politician either.
Yes, that's better.
Helena Buonanno Foulkes, 57 years old, right now president, at least through the month of May, of the Harvard University Board of Overseers, grew up in Providence, attended the private Lincoln School, and then she has a degree from Harvard.
Wow.
Yeah, but she's
in
basically...
what? Business?
Yeah,
or
business.
I hope it's not something like,
No, it's business.
philosophy.
No, it's business.
Okay.
So, a lot of these people, McKee's going to be running on that with a business background. So is Seth Magazine are going to be running on that with a business background. So she's got a challenge ahead of her.
Do we know what her platform is?
Not
Does she
yet.
have a website
Not
or
yet.
a PAC or?
Not yet. She rose through the pharmacy chain. 2014 became president of its pharmacy division, position she held until 2018. So I'm sure we'll be hearing more from her.
A PAC type thing, not a PAC. A PAC type.
PAC, yes, PAC.
Yeah.
Right. And we'll wait to see. Her big challenge, obviously, is to separate herself from those with the economic background. And secondly, can she raise enough money to become relevant?
Well, I think, when you look at polls right now and you look at what's happening in the country, I think people are just so tired of the same old faces. And this is how Donald Trump got, elected to begin with, but they're still not learning in Washington. And so we need fresh faces that represent, I think this is what people would say. This is what I'm reading online and hearing from people. That represent all of us and not just some of us. But can that become a reality? I mean, I don't think it ever has been.
I think if you're living in Shangri-La, there's a chance that would happen.
I mean, people say that, and it sounds great, but it's never going to happen.
Ain't never going to happen.
I don't think so.
Don't want to sound like a defeatist, but that's reality.
I mean, good luck. I can't wait to see what she says and how she does. And I like that a woman jumped into the fray. You got to have a lot of guts to do that.
Certainly has a great educational background.
Yeah, that's terrific.
We shall wait. We shall see.
She definitely doesn't read Mad Magazine.
Maybe not. Maybe she
on the toilet.
Maybe she did fold the back.
I do that.
The
back
cover.
Wasn't
all those
that
years.
great?
Yeah,
I love
fun.
that.
It was fun. What me worry?
What me worry?
Alfred E. Newman. My wife and I are in a hiking group with the East Greenwich Recreational Department. So we go to different places every Thursday. And this past week, we went to Lincoln Woods to go on a hike. And to get there, we went by the Hocus Pocus set.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
All the trucks and did
everything.
you see people out there like Bette Midler?
Well, the stars weren't there, but all the background people. A friend of mine saw Bette Midler at the Hope Club on Brown University's.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're all in town?
She's in town. In town. But they might be leaving town next week because the TV Workers Union says the strike is set to start next week. Wow. And that's all the gaffers and all whatever they call those people.
Right. The boom operators.
Right. The schleps, the people that do the people that do the hard work and don't act.
Right. And so when you see the credits, it goes brrr, and it has all of that stuff. And let me just say, I am not, because people will send me emails at Jen Brien at rocketmail.com. I used to like, and I said this a couple of podcasts ago, I used to like Bette Midler. I don't know who she is now. She's just angry and old, and that's a lethal combo.
True. She's gone off the deep end.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, I want to
really
like her, but it's like Cher. You know, you love. Well, I don't even know. Is Cher gonna not sing Half Breed anymore?
Oh, that's a great question.
You know,
because
seriously,
we're going to get into the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, we'll save that.
Something's off their playlist.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a great point. Half Breed is one of her biggest hits in the early going of Cher before she.
Half Breed.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You kind of sound like her.
I know.
Yeah, it's terrible. But Hocus Pocus, it was kind of neat to see because it's almost like walking down Main Street in Disney, or in Disney World, because there's really no backs to these buildings and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's wild.
Kind of neat. Kind of neat.
Did you get any pictures with that high-speed new iPhone you got?
I didn't even bring my iPhone.
Well, that's smart. I mean, you got to, you don't want to bring all of your
your belongings.
Your belongings on
your
a hike.
Expensive
Isn't
belongings.
that nice that you are part of a hiking group?
So I've got to do something.
Wow, I think that's great. And Patty drag you to this, or do you go? Yeah, I was gonna say, do you go willingly?
She definitely dragged me.
Patty's cooking, by the way. She's making mahogany stew. Get this, everybody, and horseradish mashed potatoes. Shut the front door.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I want some.
That's a very good recipe. It's not going to be ready by the time you want it.
See.
Narragansett Council, the town council, apparently skeptical about raising beach fees.
Yeah,
they shouldn't raise them.
They just did.
It's terrible.
Just keep going. Now I have to know. They just raised them last year. What are they thinking about doing now?
Let me see what it is.
Are you?
Town council signaled last week that it would not support raising the daily admission fee for Narragansett Town Beach to $15. In 2022.
Do they not want people to go to the beach? I mean, everything is so crazy expensive.
Wow.
Is Christmas going to be canceled this year, by the way?
No, we'll get into that a little bit later
we are?
on. Yeah,
okay.
I think we're going to ease. It's not going to be normal if it's ever going to be normal again, but I think we'll ease back into larger get-togethers. Family get-togethers.
Well, I'm talking about toys. I mean, thank God I got my PlayStation 5 last year, because if it was sitting in a cargo ship off the coast of California, just sitting there waiting to get unloaded and then driven to Jen Brien in Rhode Island, that would be stinky.
You would have had to order it like 2 months ago.
Gosh, I mean, but you want to talk about that later too. So let's keep talking about what you want to talk about now.
Talk about Pandora's box.
Yes.
Jon Gruden. An update on Jon Gruden. Now, unless you've been in a cave, Jon Gruden, former head coach of the Oakland Raiders, now the Las Vegas Raiders, got popped. He got canned. He resigned, but he was going to get canned because emails from a decade ago surfaced that were just horribly racist in content, and then homophobic emails surfaced that are only about 3 years old. Yeah. So he's gone. But listen to what the quarterback of the Raiders is saying now.
Yes.
He thinks that the NFL needs to look at all team correspondence. We're talking like 650,000 emails, something like that. Have that job sifting through 650. So a lot of head coaches are sweating like Mike Tyson at a spelling bee today.
Well, now that 650,000 email count that he's referring to simply is about the investigation with a Washington football team. So if we want to talk about all of the
team,
that's one team. If we want to talk about all of the head coaches and all of the football team, we're talking millions of emails. And who's going to peruse through that on a nice fall afternoon? I mean, but, it's just, I don't know what you see, Ron, but it looks as though Roger Goodell is allowing those to fall who he could care less about, and those that he covets, he's sort of keeping that info, or that dark info, if there is some, close to the vest. And I don't know. I just don't know that the NFL, I mean, look at how did we feel during Deflategate? Do we think that was fair and real and honest? And I mean, is there ever an honest investigation? Are they really searching for the truth or a truth? I mean, there's a lot to look at. They got to do something.
Hazel doesn't seem to.
Well, no, but can you imagine? I mean, do you really think, though, that they want to put out that, let's say, a black head coach had something negative to say about a white coach. I mean, so
I think we've seen the behavior. I think we can.
it's just all bad.
I think we
Can
can.
we say that?
We've seen
There's
the.
potentially all bad behavior.
We've seen the behavior of Roger Goodell in the past, and he's selective in how he goes about his business. He's not a commissioner. He's a czar.
Do you know John Gruden was making, get this, folks, $100 million for 10 years? I wonder, does he get any? I mean, or is it just the money that he would take away for the year? Is there
I don't know.
Severance?
That's above my pay grade.
Do we know anything? Because $100 million, bye-bye.
Oh, I would imagine.
He's riding the pine. What's he going to do? Go on a hike?
I would imagine that his contract had a morals clause in it, as most personal service contracts do,
see?
and he
You're
probably broke that. Obviously, he broke that.
Yeah, I'll say.
But a lot of head coaches are sweating right now. You
Yeah.
played sports.
Yes.
You've been in locker rooms. You know the kind of language and the kind of discourse
Salty.
that goes on in locker
Very
rooms.
salty.
It's very salty, and it's. But when you were stupid enough to put it in an email and then send it out, you're going to get caught.
Yeah, I mean, but this is the thing. Back when I was playing, I mean, I was old when I was playing hockey at URI in 2000, and when I was playing in the 80s, I mean, there was no such thing as computers, iPads. You were still using a payphone.
Yeah.
So if you had something nasty to say, you dropping a dime in that sucker and you calling Ma Bell and they're going to help you out. So, I mean, yeah, people are really stupid. There's always a paper trail. And if you're racist, they'll find you. They'll catch you. They're looking. They want to. They should. I mean, so.
And Goodell despises Gruden. Always has.
Oh, really?
Well,
I didn't know that.
Gruden's always been highly critical of the NFL, the current NFL commissioner.
This
so.
isn't nice, but he's a douche.
Oh, he's a dick. Gruden's an a-hole.
Yeah, all right.
Everybody knows it. Everybody in the.
It's not nice.
I mean, a lot of Aaron Rodgers came out already and said he deserves exactly what he's getting because that's what he is, and a couple of other players. One of his former players said, "I've always known that this is the guy. And this is what the guy is, and he just tries to project a different image."
Yeah,
so,
he's an act.
Yeah. And lastly,
what's up with what's his Aaron Rodgers' hair? He looks like one of the Three Musketeers.
I don't know what he's trying to pull off.
I mean, I just want to throw that out there. There's no substantive value to that, but it's just kind of like, dude, what do you want to get on a horse with, and whoosh, go on a jousting match?
It just looks super ratty.
Yeah,
right now.
It just doesn't suit him.
No, not at all.
No.
And lastly, good news for people who are on Social Security. Benefits are going to rise 5.9% next year, the biggest hike in benefits in nearly 4 decades.
That's true. My mom and I were just talking about that the other day, and she's very happy. She says she's going to get, she's going to get about another $90.
Yeah, the average, I think, is something like $89 to $96
yeah, that's big
a month.
for someone like my mom.
But, it's going to happen.
It's
going to happen.
What's that?
Cost of Medicare is going to go up, too. So it's probably Medicare is expected to go up about $10 a month. So you're still going to be making more money with your cost of living increase when it comes to Social Security. But you're right. I mean, so many people depend on that check and that check alone. So they'll be getting some more money. So that's good news.
Yeah.
Like my T-shirt?
Yeah, I'm not sure why, because it was Sox 1. So what is this for today?
Well, this says choke.
Yes.
But do you see what it says beneath it?
I can't. Official. Oh, official soft drink
of the New York Yankees.
Oh my gosh, Ron.
This I've had this.
That's gloating. We got to win something first.
I've never won this.
Like the championship.
I got this as a joke after they won the two South. After they came back from being down 3-0 and beat the Yankees in 2004. This is the first time I put it on, so hopefully it's going to be a good luck charm for the Red Sox. And,
well, I feel
we'll see.
I feel like that everything is falling into place for them to go and win this whole thing.
Or to break our hearts.
I don't think we're going to get our hearts broken. I just don't. But Chris Sale's starting, so that's a little confusing. I mean, that's a bold move or that's super stupid. I'm not sure which, but...
Hopefully he fixed what was ailing him in terms of mechanics.
Everybody's saying Erod should be starting.
By the time this drops, all of that... There's Hazel. All of that will be history.
Yes, that's right.
That's it. Now we turn to Jen's news.
Yes, Jen's news. And Ron asked that I bring back the disinfecting wipes because I tend to spit, and also the kazoo. So here it is. You ready?
By request.
By request. Only from Ron, though. Hazel loves it, too, though.
Poor dog.
It's time for Jen's news. America's favorite segment.
Oh, wow. Ending it on a high note.
Oh, God.
I like
All right. Hey, I tried. Hi, Hazel. All right. So this is I wore this jersey, this shirt today for our brothers and sisters across the pond because I have some news involving the British type.
Okay.
Okay. So as you know, the other day, you should know, William Shatner, boom, went to space.
Yeah, for 11 minutes.
Okay, for 11 minutes. And here's some of the headlines. This is so funny. William Shatner visits the final frontier.
Well, you know
William
somebody's dead.
Shatner is officially the oldest person to go to space at age 90.
90 years old.
George Takei is another headline. George Takei calls William Shatner an unfit guinea pig.
Is Takei.
Oh, Takei.
Remember when they did the roast of William Shatner?
Yes.
And George Takei, who they've had a feud forever.
They don't like each
No,
other.
they hate each other. They despise each other. And Takei went up to him and said, and by the way, it's pronounced Takei. Perfect pause. As in toupee.
Oh,
It was
my.
great.
Yeah,
It
I
was
mean,
great.
imagine saying that he's an unfit, William Shatner's an unfit guinea pig. And now for his part, that's just so crazy to me. For his part, Prince William, Britain's Prince William, is also speaking out about William Shatner going to space. And this is so crazy. In a BBC interview that aired last week, Prince William spoke about the threat from climate change, which is one of the issues he focuses on personally. And he said...
Yeah, what the hell else has he got to do?
Yeah, well, that's true. He said, we need to use some of the world's greatest brains and minds fixed on trying to repair the planet, not trying to find the next place to go and live. And he's critical. He said, space tourists like Captain Kirk, William Shatner, should be thinking about these other issues on Earth instead of up there. So,
The guy's 90 years old.
I mean, really?
But, let's say he's 25 years old worry about that crap.
I think that's so crazy. And I mean, what was that movie with Brad Pitt? And I bring this up, the one when he goes to space.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it was something that was done in the last 3, 4, 5 years after his divorce from Angelina Jolie. It was, I think, one of his first films. And I bring it up because there's space tourism. In the film, you can get on a shuttle and go to the moon. And on the moon, there's shopping centers. There's a food court. You can check out Earth from the moon. So that's what it's going to be. I think us and you guys watching will be long gone by the time that happens. You have it?
There'll be grass growing over me.
Yeah.
Ad Astra.
Yes, that's right.
Terrible.
And,
Tommy Lee Jones was his father.
Awful. I stopped
horrible.
watching it midway.
Hated it.
Hated it, but it's definitely going to happen. So anyway, that's in the news. And also in Jen's news today, if you guys didn't know, Adele, right? She's released a new album. It's been 6 years. People that love her have been waiting 6 years.
6 years.
6 years.
Wow.
And the album is no different. It's not a departure from what she's done before. She's always written about unrequited love, bad relationships, getting dumped, getting heartbroken.
Real uplifting gal.
This album is just as depressing, but I'm telling you, the single off of it right now that they're sharing with us, Easy on Me. Okay, so I saw this online, and I bring this up because in the video, of course, she's got the wind blowing on her, and she's super skinny now, and she's got her attitude, and she's singing to the camera. But there's a shot where her car is driving away from, I guess, an old place or old relationship, and she's saying, "Be easy on me,"
How symbolic.
During this time of suffering and this and that. But all the sheet music is flying off the truck, and so I went to her page, and she's asking people to say, what do you guys think about it? So I wrote, Jen from Rhode Island wrote, I'm glad you didn't make this video in Massachusetts because there's a $10,000 fine for littering.
That's a good take.
Yeah, well, I mean,
And by the way, your song sucks.
Yeah, no, it's actually not bad.
Well, it's a bummer.
So, yeah, it is. So if you like Adele, she's got an album based on her divorce in 2019.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and it's super
depressing,
but really, really good. All right, so and lastly, in other news, so we're going to stick with the theme of music. The Rolling Stones decided that they're not going to play Brown Sugar anymore because there's a lot of hullabaloo over the lyrics. And I never really, you hear a song on the radio for eons, it's and you just sing, the brown sugar, how come you taste so good, whatever. So you don't know Well, apparently, if you guys didn't know, here's some of the lyrics. They depict slavery, rape, and drugs as the song talks about black women, including this, quote, Gold Coast slave ship bound for cotton fields, sold in the market down in New Orleans, scarred old slaver, know he's doing all right. Hear him whip the women just around midnight. And how come you taste so good just like a black girl should? All right, so the thing is, Keith Richards says, I don't really understand the complaints. And then he says this, because didn't people understand the song was about the horrors of slavery?
Question mark.
So he says that we weren't trying to exploit the suffering of people for a song per se. We were trying to show people, with musicality, that this is the reality of slavery. Are you buying that? I don't know.
I am.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in 1969, it just seems to me there's a lot to write about. You write about slavery?
Yeah. Well, that's what they chose to write about.
Well, yeah. So how do you feel about them getting rid of that?
I could care less. I'm not a Stones fan.
Yeah, but I mean, do you think? I mean, you almost have to in this.
They don't have to do anything.
Well,
they're the Rolling Stones.
That's
true. That's like telling the remaining Beatles. Nah, don't sing that song anymore.
Yeah, but if they want to make money on their tour without a lot of...
They don't need any money.
Without a lot of, clap back. They just want to go out there, perform. They're almost 80. They're starting to die. They just want their last tour to be a success.
You know what? Then I support their decision.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you don't want any issues, you don't want Black Lives Matter showing up to one of your concerts and all over the nightly news and everybody ends up hating you after a 50-year run in
Don't play it.
Yeah, well,
Easy.
So let's talk about Cher and Half-Breed. She's awfully quiet. She's not talking about...
Does she even, when she performs, does she even do that song any longer?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's so long
ago. She does
ago.
A lot of her old stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah, and actually, the last time she was on tour, she put on that thong thing.
Oh, goodness.
If I could turn back time.
Yeah, looking at her, I wish I could turn back time.
She had the wig on, and she had the thong and the stilettos. Did you see the...
No, I don't like Cher.
Well, I mean,
Cher's not my taste.
Yeah, I mean,
Never really. I think she's talented.
But I saw it because she's almost 80 and she's in a thong.
She's a talented actress.
We don't want to see this.
She's a very talented actress.
Yeah, I loved her in Silkwood.
Yeah, she's great.
She was great in Silkwood.
She's very, very good.
Loved her in the one when she slapped the dude.
Yeah, I mean, she's very talented individual.
What was that? It was
Moonlighting.
Or
Moonlighting, isn't it?
Moon
over Miami.
I don't know.
Moon this.
No, Moonlighting was that Sybil Shepherd's show.
Bruce Willis.
Moonstruck.
That's it.
With Olympia Dukakis. It was just a great cast.
God rest.
They're almost all dead.
God rest.
So, anyway, that's it for Jen's News. So, you guys, thank you for tuning in today to America's favorite. Well, I mean, a lot of people say after yours, it's like,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I guess I must have missed that particular email.
All two.
By the way, you can follow us on our weekly column, and we have our take on just about everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Unfiltered, and that is on rinewstoday.com each and every Wednesday. So check that out, and also you can follow us on Facebook on our page, Ron and Jen's Great Escape on Facebook. Now I have one question for you.
Yes.
Where did that come from?
Where did that come from?
We're dealing with some phraseology. Recently. How about this one? Where did this come from? He bought the farm.
He bought the farm. I don't know, Ron.
You've heard it.
I sure have.
Yeah. Somebody, meets their maker. He bought the farm.
Is that what it is? I thought
he deep-sixed.
Oh, really?
He bought the farm.
Oh, I thought bought the farm meant that somebody just picked up a lot of stuff. Like, oh, you got a $12 million mansion. He bought the farm.
In a way, it is.
Oh,
in a way.
I don't know, but that's why Ron's going to tell us what it's about.
During the Second World War, airmen introduced the term "he bought the farm" after a pilot was shot down. The expression caught on with all the armed services and meant that if you gave your life for your country, your impoverished family would receive insurance money for your death, which would help you pay off the mortgage or the family farm.
Oh, wow.
So he bought the farm. Of course, now to us it just means he gone.
Yeah, he gone. He
gone.
dead.
He bought the farm.
Did we do going to pot?
No.
Can we do that?
At some point,
Is
yes.
there-
I just have to find
Yeah,
it.
we got to find it. And then, but how did we get to? Oh, I think going to pop might be an offshoot of going down the tubes. That's what it was. And we did going down the tubes.
We did going down.
We
the
did.
tubes.
Okay, never mind. So just forget.
Those are
just said
pretty
that.
big tubes.
Yeah, they are.
Big tubes. You asked about the holidays and what we might be looking at
Yeah,
and Christmas.
Well, some politicians are saying, "Oh, we got to cancel the holidays because Santa won't be coming this year." And my mom, I
Don't
love
say that. The kids are going to hear that.
Well,
Santa's not coming.
This is what some politician said. And then
Brilliant.
my mom says to me on the phone the other day, "Yeah, you know, Jen, it's going to be a hard candy Christmas." I started laughing.
I have no idea what that means.
That means, you're not getting any chocolate in your stocking.
Oh.
You're getting the cheap,
Got it. In other words,
butterscotch candy.
you bought the farm when it comes to...
Yeah, it's going to be rough this year. I mean, it's been rough.
Looks like holiday video chats are here to stay. Jenny O.
Jenny O.
You know who Jenny O is?
I have no idea.
It's not a person. Jenny O is a
Is it
company
food?
that makes all kinds of turkey products.
Yeah, I thought it was food.
Here's Hazel's back. She heard us
Hi,
talking about
Hazel.
food.
Hi.
So they think, listen to this, 62% say that it'll be a close to normal Thanksgiving. 57% are looking to rely on video chats like Zoom for the family gathering. You know what this says to me?
What?
There's a lot of people just dread getting together as family.
Well, yeah,
and they're using that as a convenient excuse. Oh, no,
Sure.
the pandemic's still here. I don't, no. We'll do it on Zoom, and I'll just eat my own, I'll eat my own turkey leg.
Well, think about this. I mean, how great is it for how many sons-in-laws that get to wake up?
Sons-in-law,
stay in their, I'm saying that, yeah. They get to stay in their pajamas and they can eat a bowl of cereal. Their cowlick's sticking up. They don't have to go see anybody. They can just drink beer, watch the football game, and eat
That's what I'm
whatever
saying.
his wife is going to throw in front of him.
That's
I
what
mean,
I'm
he
saying.
doesn't have to deal with a thing. There's no Cousin Eddies. There's nothing.
Nope, no Aunt Edna,
No Aunt Edna.
strapped to the roof.
That's right. Nobody burning Uncle, what's his name? He burns the tree down.
Hey, Gridge,
Yeah.
if you're not doing anything constructive, grab my stogie. Uncle Lewis.
Uncle Lewis. There's no Uncle Lewis. It's a good time.
Jenny O also says another change to the holiday meal, thanks to the pandemic, is people are cooking more different dishes for the day, so being adventurous in food choices, also a new trend. And we did write about this in this week's RINewsToday.com column. And, there's one thing being adventurous. I'm kind of an adventurous eater.
Yeah. Oh, you and Patty, you make some exotic dishes around here.
But I'm not so adventurous that I'm going to put my hand up and say, yes, I'll have some ambrosia salad. And what's that other horrible thing? Green bean casserole.
Green bean casserole. It smells like feet.
Oh, it's awful.
It does. It
but it's
smells
so
like feet.
But it's extremely
Everybody loves it.
extremely popular.
I don't get it.
You posted this on our Facebook page, and it got me to thinking, because I can't remember the last time I sat down and wrote a letter by hand.
You used to write letters to me in rehab all the time.
I wrote those
He
a long
did.
time ago.
He
oh
was
no,
such a
no,
good man.
no, I didn't. I used the computer. I typed them out.
Oh, well, yes.
They weren't
you
longhand.
did.
They
Well,
weren't long.
okay.
I wrote letters,
Yes.
but not longhand, long
You were
form.
so kind. Can I just
Long
say,
form.
what a great, kind man this guy was.
Well,
I was struggling.
don't
I was
ruin
at
my
my
image.
lowest of lows, and you never,
Don't ruin my image.
ever failed me. You were right beside me.
Every
you and
letter-
Patty, I appreciate that.
Well,
And you still are. They won't let me move in, but
no casita.
no casita.
But and all the letters I wrote to Cianci when he was in Fort Dix, they were all typed.
Nice transition.
No, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I when I
I
saw
was not in Fort Dix.
I saw your post. Yeah, well, you missed it by that much. I saw your post and I said, "Oh no, I've written letters." And then I read more closely handwritten letters. I can't remember the last time. My last handwritten letter might have been to Santa,
but
he's not coming.
I wrote to my pal Jean in Canada. I love her. She's so sweet. She loves this
She sent me a very nice card.
Yes, she did. I'm
I
glad that
appreciate that.
you mentioned that.
It was very nice of her to do
she's
that.
just a very, very sweet woman, and she supports us and prays for us and loves us, and I appreciate her. I think it's great.
Our woke
One
moment.
of our favorite avid watchers and
I
listeners.
think that's great. Yes. And a good friend of mine is a very, very avid fan of the porcelain monkey. So that's why we broke out the monkey
That's
today.
not nice, Ron.
Here's our woke moment for the day.
We have a walk moment.
California is going to replace the word alien in all of its laws now. So they're going to change the term from something like, they're going to use terms like non-citizen and immigrant. But they're not going to call them alien anymore.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Demi Lovato story.
Demi Lovato.
Yeah, how she said, she was in the news recently saying that, I thought this was our woke moment, that she said it's ignorant, and it's just derogatory to call ETs aliens. She said because aliens have a negative connotation as though they're not welcome here. And she said that we have to stop doing that.
Okay.
No, dead serious. Google, Demi Lovato says calling ETs alien is derogatory.
All right.
You think they care? What? I mean, they're just running around collecting people, anally probing them.
Well,
You think they care what we call them?
The ETs don't care.
They walk through
ETs
walls.
don't care.
That's what they said on Coast to Coast.
How about, let's get back to Shatner now just for a second, huh? And have you ever, this is great. We got to put this on the Facebook page. He has record albums from years and years and years ago.
He does.
Where he sort of just mouths. He doesn't sing. He just voices the lyrics. And there is one he did, Elton John's Rocket Man, which is absolutely perfect for what just happened.
You know what?
Right?
I'm going to write that down.
So write that down and get it up on the Facebook page because it's unbelievable.
Rocket.
It's unbelievably bad.
It is. It's almost as bad as William Hung.
No.
Do you think William Hung's worse?
No, William Hung is horribly worse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Yes. So
Rocket
check that
Man.
out. Rocket Man, done by William Shatner.
I'll put that on our Ron and Jen's greatest.
How
escape page.
coincidental it was this week. He went to space, and then he does Rocket Man. All right. Now find a food story, will you, or something?
What, is that the end of the show?
Yes, and that's usually what we do towards the end.
Let's see. What do we have, Ron? America's favorite. Didn't we do this before?
No,
America's
we did.
favorite?
I think this is this with the kids, the favorite candy for kids? No, it's not.
This, whatever. We're going to do. Oh, this is this one. The favorite candy of kids? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, so we don't always assume we know what the kids want. Right?
Yeah, right.
In terms of candy. So let's poll the kids and see what they want.
Yeah, I know someone who's going to be passing out cheese and crackers in Ziploc bags. I said, yo, nobody's going to eat that crap.
They're just going to
Parents are going to throw it out.
Or the kids are going to throw it at the house.
Are they stupid? And
Yes.
I didn't want to, I know, right. I didn't want to say that, but was somebody that I talked to at one of my fitness, adventures says, well, I think I'm going to try to help the kids. I said, don't. They don't want you to help them. That's the parents' job.
That's right.
Give them chocolate. All right. What's the best Halloween candy is subject of constant debate, but the truth is there's only one thing that really matters. This is true. That's what kids hope to get when they go trick-or-treating. Well, a new poll by YouGov asked kids 8 to 14, that must have been hilarious, to choose their favorite Halloween candy, pitting treats as well as candy alternatives in head-to-head matchups.
Oh, candy alternatives?
From a list of 76. Okay. The Halloween options, which in addition to candy included things like apples, granola bars, not bags of cheese, and then they were ranked by win percentage. All right, so Reese's Peanut Butter Cups is the number one. So let's just start there. For kids loving it, okay? Number one for kids hating it, snack size bag of cookies. I mean, that's still sugary. Why would they hate that so much?
Yes,
I don't know.
I don't know.
M&M's is second of things kids love. Milky Way, I'm surprised by that, is number 3. Hershey's Milk Chocolate is number 4. And Kit Kat is number 5. So after the bag of cookies, kids hate a snack-sized bag of pretzels. That's just mean. Yo, that's mean. Beef jerky. That's disgusting. Their breath will smell and then their butts will explode. That's no good. An orange, an apple, and then sugar-free gum comes in last place. But if you like Ron, you shut the lights out, pull the shades down, and you don't give candy to anybody.
You go out to dinner.
You go out to dinner and have a couple glasses of wine and beer. All right, we'll see you next time. That'll be podcast 52 or 3.
Who's counting?
Yeah, it doesn't matter, really.
If you're having a good time, who's counting?
We'll see you next time. Lady of Spain.
You'll find a smile will go a long, long way.